Half Moon Bay is a coastal city around 25 miles south of San Francisco. I took a day trip there recently and had a fabulous outing. Half Moon Bay gets its name from the crescent-shaped coastline. Its main draws are the numerous beaches that line the shore and the coastal trail that runs 11.5 miles along the coast. There is also a charming downtown area that is several blocks inland. I arrived in downtown Half Moon Bay around 10 a.m. on a Tuesday and went directly to the Visitors Center. I usually start any new town's exploration at its Visitor Center because they often have brochures, maps, coupons, and advice. I was hoping to score a discount on a bike rental, but they didn't have any. I discovered many of the shops did not open until 11, so I found a cute little diner called Johnny's that is a retro throwback to the 50s. The prices weren't retro, but the breakfast was delicious. When I finished, I walked to Straight Wheels Cycling, which was 1 block from Main Street. There I rented an electric bike for half a day. It was a straight shot down a somewhat busy road to get to the Half Moon Bay Coastal Trail, which was my biking destination. When you reach the trail, you can head north or south. I decided to head north first since I had been given directions to the famous surf beach, Mavericks. The day was absolutely gorgeous, about 67 degrees and sunny. The first thing I saw were some horseback riders, so I assume you can pay for that activity nearby. The path was constantly changing and quite pretty. There were areas with lush greenery, flowers, pretty bridges, and wind-shaped trees. And of course, there were beautiful views of the ocean along the way. The path itself is not linear. There are times when it ends and you must find the next entrance. Regardless, it is easy to figure it out as long as you keep heading north and following the coast. There are plenty of places to stop along the path, with benches, picnic tables, and public restrooms placed sporadically along the trail. There are restaurants with nice views of the bay. I love this artist cooperative. The building structure is fabulous, and the adornment is so fun and creative. I passed by many beach entrances and parking lots, and on this Tuesday in April, most of them were half empty. My original goal was to follow the coastal trail until it ended and then navigate my way to see Mavericks Beach. Mavericks is famous for large surfing waves with a dangerous rocky shoreline. Although I knew the waves were small that day, I thought it would be interesting to view the beach. However, after navigating through an industrial park and up a hill, I came to a barrier. There is an Air Force base on top of the hill, so the area is restricted. There was a separate path to walk up, but since I had the e-bike, I changed plans and followed a path along the shore towards Pillar Point. It was a beautiful path that ended at a rocky sea break that seemed to attract quite a few fishermen. The ride back to my starting point was equally pretty, with different views of the beaches. Eventually, I returned to my starting point on the trail but kept going south. The southern part of the trail is quite pretty and seemed to have less pedestrian traffic. I rode the bike until the pavement ended. The trail continued, but it was a little muddy, so I decided to end my journey there. I rode back to the bike shop, turned the bike in, and proceeded to explore the shops and galleries of Main Street and Half Moon Bay. Of course, my first stop was at this gelato store, where I had some wonderful sorbet. Since I had worked up a sweat, it was positively refreshing. Then I wandered down Main Street, popping in and out of the various establishments. Here are a few images of the shops and galleries. The town has some attractive buildings, some of which have some beautiful murals. This was my favorite. There are quite a few outdoor spaces, and people were taking advantage of them in this nice weather. That concluded my trip to Half Moon Bay. It was a fun way to spend this beautiful day. I found downtown Half Moon Bay to be charming, and the coastal trail was magnificent. It exceeded my expectations. For senior and solo travelers, it was both a safe and friendly environment. Main Street was easily accessible, and there was free public parking. The coastal trail ranged from easy to medium, walking or biking along the route. For more details, please see the description below. And if you'd like to follow more of my senior and solo travel journeys, please like and subscribe. Cheers!